What up, mathletes? Whoop whoop. All right, this is the Math 2 Review 2, or the Mod 2 Test Review 2. And I've assumed you've looked through this, you've gone through this, you're really just coming here to find specific questions, see me work through. So pause as needed, but I'm just going to roll through it pretty quick as if you've already gone through it. Find the value of x. Well, if you remember, any four-sided figure, the angles add up to 360. So this is just going to be 300x equals 360 minus, what is that, 99 plus 76 plus 133, which comes out to 52 degrees. So, shouldn't be too hard. For a convex 14-gon, find the sum of the interior angle measures. Remember, the formula for interior angle measures is n minus 2 times 180. So that's going to be 14 minus 2 times 180, which is 12 times 180, and that is 2,160 degrees. The sum of the interior angle measures of a convex polygon is 1,080 degrees. How many sides does it have? Well, again, we know that n minus 2, right, times 180 is equal to, whatever that n is, that will equal the 1,080 degrees. I'll have a calculator out here. There's a couple ways we could solve this. We could distribute this out, but I'm just going to divide the whole thing by 180. When I do that, let's see, 1,080 divided by 180, 6. So this is, that goes away, I get n minus 2 equals 6, and then plus 2, n equals 8. You see that, can you? So it's an 8-sided figure. Polygon has 8 sides. All right. Now, this says the convex polygon below has 8 sides. Find the value of x. Well, we already know from this one over here, 8-sided figure adds up to 1,080 degrees. So I know that all of these should add up to 1,080. So to solve for x is kind of a pain, but here's what you do. 1,080 minus 134 plus 146 plus 140 plus 130. So I've got 34, 46, 140, 130, go to 126, plus 168, plus 90. Boom. Add those together and subtract, and you get that x equals 146 degrees. Just knowing what you know. Now, if I hadn't have known how many degrees this added up to from the previous question, I would have just said, 8 minus 2 times 180. Which would equal 1,080, right? And then set those equal. Okay. All right, number 5, find the measure of each interior and each exterior angle of a regular nonagon, a 9-sided polygon. Well, okay, so to find the exterior angles, I'm going to have 9 minus 2 times 180, which is 7 times 180. So that's 1,260 degrees. And then I want to know just what one side is. And this is for the exterior, by the way, exterior angle. I'm sorry, no, not exterior, interior, blah, 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 blah. Please forgive me. Interior angle equals 1,260, right? Is all the angles, but I want to divide by 9 so I can find out what just one is. Divided by 9 is 140 degrees. So one angle is just 140 degrees. I don't know what that little flash was if you saw it, but it was something. Anyway, okay, now I want to find the exterior angle. That's easier. All exterior angles will always add up to 360. So there's different ways I could do it. I could just do 360 and divide that by 9. 360 divided by 9. And that's 40. Or I could just say, hey, every interior and exterior angle, check it out. Are you ready for this? Every interior and exterior angle adds up to 180. So I could have just said 180 minus 140 equals 40. Either one degrees, by the way. That'll get you a single exterior angle. Okay, number 6. The measures of each interior angle of a regular polygon is 156 degrees. Find the number of sides. Well, remember what I said about how they always add up to 180 when added to their exterior angle? So I know that the exterior angle is 180 minus 156, which equals 24 degrees. Now, I'm going to take 360 and divide it by 24 degrees, and that will equal 15. And therefore, it is a 15-sided figure. Oh. Awesome. Let's go to the next page. All right, I'm blipping into this video I recorded earlier because a student found an error I made, and I want to correct that with this. Consider the parallelogram JKLM, find measure of angle L and the measure of angle LMK and X. Several of these are easy, some are not. So, measure of angle L, super easy. We're told this is a parallelogram, which means opposite angles are congruent. So, the measure of angle J equals the measure of angle L, which is going to be 115 degrees. Okay? They're just opposite angles are the same. Okay. X, that's also an easy one. Let's get that out of the way. I know opposite sides are congruent, right? Boom. So then 4x equals 12. Divided by 4. X equals 3. That's the easy one. Okay. Got the two easy ones out of the way. LMK is not so completely difficult, but this is a quadrilateral, a four-sided figure. We have the n minus 2 times 180, but really every four-sided figure, the angles add up to 360 degrees. So I'm going to add these two together. 115 plus 115 is 230. And if I take 360 and subtract 230, I get 130. Now, I know that these two angles, angle M and angle K, add up to 130. So I'm going to divide by 2. Find what they each are, which is 65 degrees, okay? These are all degrees, I guess. So I know the whole thing is 65 degrees, which means I need to subtract 33 to find that missing angle, which is 32 degrees. Perfect. Now I know that this missing angle right here is 32 degrees, and that is the angle LMK. So the measure of angle LMK equals 32 degrees. Boom! Okay. Opposite sides have to be congruent to be a parallelogram, so not necessarily a parallelogram, because we don't know if these are congruent. If they're the same, then you have opposite angles in a parallelogram are congruent. These are, so this is a parallelogram. In a parallelogram, to be a parallelogram, this side has to equal this side, and this side would have to equal that side, and we don't know that, so this is not necessarily a parallelogram. Great. Moving on up, let's see what this is right here. Negative 5, 2, negative 5, negative 2, boom. Negative 5, 6. And then 4, 1. And 4, negative 7. Use a straight edge. Turns out this length is 8 and this length is 8. Guess what? If they're equal, they're congruent, then this is a parallelogram. It's not a rectangle. These aren't 90 degrees, clearly. It's not a triangle, clearly. But it is a parallelogram because opposite sides are congruent, which forces these opposite sides to have a congruent length as well. Okay? Awesome. And that's true also because of slope. We can check slope. So you look at the slope triangle here, this is what? Down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, -5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, over 8. Look at this one over here, same thing. Down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wait, I just count this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Sorry, so this is 9 and 9. Yeah, not 8, 9 and 9. Boom. Same slope, opposite sides congruent. We're good. Okay, moving on up to the side. We're almost done here already. These are going to go quick, guys. Answer the following questions. Which figures are squares? Clearly not. Have to be same equal sides, 90-degree angles. Boom, figure B is. These aren't same sides, okay? Which figures are parallelograms? Well, they all are. They all have opposite sides congruent and opposite angles congruent. Boom. A, B, and C. Which figures are rectangles? Well, a square is a rectangle, and a rectangle is a rectangle because it has 90 degrees. But this does not tell us anything about the degrees here, so we can't assume. In fact, we assume it looks like a parallel, but they may have just drawn it terribly. I don't know. Okay. All right. Let's do this. Okay. What does it tell me? Find the measure. Oh, I'm sorry. 11. In the rectangle below, AE is 2x plus 2. BD, it's the whole thing, is 3x plus 13. And the measure of angle EBC, that's EBC, so right here is 28 degrees. Okay, find CE. So we're going to do CE first. I'm going to do CE down here. So CE is interesting because I want this half right here, right? But to get it, I know that these two diagonals are congruent to each other, okay? Because it says it's a rectangle, which means these are all 90 degrees, right? So we know the diagonals are congruent. If the diagonals are congruent, I also know that they cut each other in half. So I know that 2 times 2x plus 2, so two of these, both of these sides, will equal the entirety of BD, which is 3x plus 13. So this is distribute 4x plus 4 equals 3x plus 13 minus 3x minus 3x minus 4 minus 4, and I get that x equals, boom, that's gone, that's gone. 13 minus 4 is 9. We're not done though, because we have to find out what's 2x minus 2, because this is also 2x minus 2, right? Because these sides are equal to each other. So I know that 2 times 9 minus 2 is 18 minus 2, or 16. So CE equals 16. Wait, is that 2x plus 2? Oh, plus 2. Duh. Gotta pay attention, guys. 20. Some of you are screaming at the screen going, Mr. Tim! Hey, I leave these in so you can see me make mistakes and process through it. Okay, now let's take a look at the measure of angle ECD, measure of angle ECD, which is ECD right here. Okay, a couple of things. If this is 28 degrees right here, right, I want to look at this entire rectangle right here. Or triangle right here. If this is 28 degrees, then this is 90 degrees, which makes this angle, so that means these two add up to 90 degrees. The angles, the three angles of a triangle add up to 90 degrees. So I'm just going to say 90 minus 28 equals 62 degrees. And that would get me this angle right here. So what I was looking at, guys, I was looking at this triangle. B, C, D. We know this is 28 degrees. We know this is 90, and when we did the subtraction, we found out this has to be 62 degrees, okay? Remember that theorem that says a parallelogram separates, or the diagonals of a parallelogram separate into two congruent triangles? Well, in a rectangle, it actually almost is four congruent triangles, right? Because the diagonals are the same. So because of that, I know that this angle, BDC, is congruent to ACD, which is also ECD. So therefore, I can say, therefore, the measure of angle ECD equals 62 degrees. Boom. Okay, we're almost done here. Let's look at this right here. What do I know? These are all 90-degree angles. Find the measure of the listed angles. Okay. So these are all angle bisectors, and if this is 90, then what am I thinking? The measure of, 90. And these add up to 90, so 90 minus 39 degrees is equal to what, 51 degrees? So then the measure of angle 3 is 51 degrees, which measure of angle 1, angle 3 and angle 4 are congruent, so that's 51 degrees. Measure of angle 2 is also congruent, so that's 51 degrees. And 39 is congruent to angle 1, which is 39 degrees. Boom. Look at that. Not much math there. Now we've got just a couple questions to go through. A rhombus is equilateral, quadrilateral. So all four sides are equal. Two pairs of parallel sides. The answer is yes. Only one pair? Nope. Four right angles? Not necessarily. All sides are congruent? Yes. Parallelogram? Two pairs of parallel sides? Yes. Only one pair of parallel sides? Nope. Not necessarily all four right angles. And a parallelogram doesn't necessarily have all congruent sides. A rectangle? A rectangle has two pairs of parallel sides. Again, the one pair of parallel sides doesn't work. Four right angles? That's a yes, but all sides are congruent? Not necessarily unless it's a square. Okay. True or false? Every rhombus with four right angles is a square. Yeah, rhombus by definition is equilateral. All the sides are equal, and if it has four right angles, it is a square. True. Every rhombus is parallelogram. True. Every square is a rectangle. That's true. Every quadrilateral is a rectangle. No. This is a four-sided figure, and that is not a rectangle, so that is false. Boom. I know we busted through this, but again, I'm just assuming you're looking at everything. With that said, peace out.